Well, we can speak now to Mark Bridge, who's a mobile phone enthusiast and presents a weekly podcast about the mobile phone industry. He's in our Brighton studio. Mark, I take it, given what I've just said, you are in favour of this tap and go thing that we'll all be apparently using to spend our money?
I can't say that I'm completely in favour of it, simply because there doesn't seem to be a great deal of point to it at the moment. The contactless credit cards have been out for a year or two, but until there's a whole lot more readers available, then you're still going to have to carry money around with you. You're still going to have to carry conventional credit cards around with you. So it's a first step, but I think we're a long way off getting too enthusiastic about it.
You know, I was really struck by the chap in that little report there who said he was worried about security. I'm of course worried about security. The other thing I'm worried about is the more we put on our mobile phones, when we lose them, that's it. We lose our lives.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have to be so much more careful about mobile phones. And I think the fault of that lies to an extent with the mobile phone industry. We've had these computers, as you say, subsidized for so long that we don't actually realize the financial value of the device when you sign up to your 18-month contract, when you sign up to your 2-year contract. Never mind the information that's on there, the contacts, the photos, an awful lot of information you don't want to fall into somebody else's hands. In some ways, the credit card part of it is actually the least you have to worry about. That's, if anything, more protected than a conventional credit card.
And the way in which they have developed over the past 20 years, though, that really is extraordinary for any of us who remember, or just looking at those pictures of the phone like a brick. It is amazing.
Oh, it is, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, when you can kind of consider that in 1991, I think it was, we were looking at devices like this. Now the screen of a phone is the size of the keypad on that, and the keypad on the phone has disappeared. So there's been an awful lot of innovation, yes.
Do you have any idea where this is going to go? I mean, I certainly know that people use them, of course, instead of watches, for example, because don't bother with a watch because you can get it on the phone. We use it in terms of our computer instead of our computer, as I said. Maybe use it instead of credit cards. What do you think might be next?
Well, I think we have to stop thinking about the phone as being a phone for a start. As you mentioned, text messaging has become more important to many people than phone calls. The idea that your phone has a camera on it. But I think we're going to go the way of, if anything, diverging. So you're actually going to be able to make phone calls on more devices. If anything, I think your phone is going to be a substitute camera, perhaps, a substitute music player. But actually, you're going to also be able to perhaps make phone calls on your camera.
All right. Well, I can't wait. Mark, thanks very much for joining us. Now, when can your mobile phone tell you the weather? Well, actually, it kind of can.